Hey everyone, Andrew here. Today I'm going to take an old door that I had on this garage when I moved in, and it's pretty worn and old, but it's got a lot of character. So I'm going to turn it into a desk. So let's get started. Now this is the door I'm going to be using. As you can see, it's got a beautiful grey sort of patina to it, but I don't think I'll be able to use this side. I could probably, but as you can see, all the structural sort of elements are on this side of the door. And if I wanted to use this side, I'd have to potentially move the things to the other side if I wanted a reasonably flat desk. Let's grab this door and flip it over. And now on this side, you can see that it's all painted. So I'm probably going to remove this bolt, and I've got an old dowel handle here. And I may remove that, I may keep that there. This will probably be the back part of the door. Maybe, I'm not sure actually. Because looking over here, we've got a bit of wear along there. So what I'm going to need to do is strengthen up this door. And you can see a lot of wear here, and it's all very loose. So this piece here is the cross brace coming down this diagonal, and that's to help try to keep the door rigid. But as you can see down here, it's all coming away and there's no timber to really grab onto. So what I might do first is remove this piece. So it's currently running this way, and then I might come across this way with the same piece, and that way it's got things to fix onto. And I may need to add a few other pieces along the way to try and strengthen up the door. And what I plan to do at this stage, if you saw my previous video with my desk that I made, I'm going to probably make some sort of stand or podiums that this thing will sit on. So we'll see how we go. Okay, so next part here, we're going to do one more bit. We're going to remove this piece. As you can see, this part of the door down here doesn't have this piece here. And when I put these podiums, which I think I'll put, well, yeah, I'm not 100% certain, to be honest. I was going to put them there, but it'll be quite narrow for the leg space. But it's going to be more of a desk, well, not a desk, I said workbench as well earlier, but it's, let's call it a table for now. And it's going to be used for as just a mosaicing, all mosaic materials and things like that. So, but yeah, so I want to remove this piece, so then I'll have a gap, and I can, yeah, if I want to put a podium thing there, I can do that. So we'll get onto that. Okay, so I did a little bit extra last night, which I'll show you in a moment. I didn't record it when I was doing it because I was getting a bit frustrated and I couldn't be bothered getting the camera, and I just wanted to get it done. But I will explain what I've done. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, let's get on to that. I have the table here on the frame. I'll take it off in a moment to show you, easy to see what I've actually done. So these are the frames, obviously, that I was building. And now what I've got around the back here is these cross braces, and that's to try to make it a bit more rigid. So all I've basically done, if we have a look, is okay. So we've got one side here, and I'll try and get it around there. A bit of an awkward angle. I can't really see what I'm doing. Hang on a minute. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we've got some screws there, where the cross brace goes all the way down, it screws on the inside. And then we've got one, which is down here. Same thing, it's screwed, and it goes all the way up the other side. And then right in the middle here, I have a little block that's exactly the same thickness as the as these legs. So that's across there. That's 35mm. I'm not sure what that'd be in the US. Brilliant, but that's just general structural framing sort of size. And then I've just put a bolt. Let me see that. So there's a bolt just screwed right through there, and I've used just a wing nut on the back with a washer. So if I needed to take that out, it'd be easy to do. Same with these cross braces. You could take those out; they're screwed. Okay, and I think I did make the measurements a little wrong on this when I was working at the cross bracing, but at the moment under the table, there really isn't anything. There's just these, it's just the frames that I've got, all the stands, and then it's just the door. And I'd like to lock that down a little bit, which so it's, it's holding there alright. It's got enough weight in at the moment, but so it's heavy enough, but it still needs to fix it down somehow. So maybe I might use brackets underneath the table, but I'll look at that now. So here's the table frame without the table top. That's the door just behind it, which is the now the tabletop. So easy to look at the cross bracing when it's off. Okay, so this cross bracing, I've just got it screwed up here, coming down, and if you notice, it's on the inside of the frame, and this one here is on the outside of the frame. So yeah, they cross over each other. Okay, and then in the middle here, I have a block of wood, just an offcut actually, which is exactly the same thickness as this. So this is 35mm. These two things intersect here, and I put 35mm in there, and simply just drilled a hole right through. And there's a wing nut with a washer. Let's see if I can move this door a little bit. Oop. So just there, and it just tightens up. I can untighten that if I wanted to, and that just holds it all together. Alright, so what I need to do now is put the door back on for the tabletop, and maybe put some brackets on. So these are the brackets that I'm going to be using on the table and tabletop. So basically this is how it works. We'll take one of these and we'll fix it probably somewhere along this frame here, and that will slide up under, yeah, just basically screw in there to hold it down. And using screws like this is easy because it means you can quite easily remove the tabletop if you want to move the table around, which is what I'm going to need to do to get it out of the garage. So I'm going to do that next. Here's the back of the bench here. So I put this old piece of wood on here that was from the door originally on the back of the cross brace, and I've just, as you can see, I've got a clamp here just across the door, and that's just to hold it in place whilst I screw that on the back. And the reason I'm going to do that is, see, it's a bit loose there and not very tight, so it's going to help to strengthen that up a little bit. So we'll see how we go after I've done that. Yeah, so I've got probably put a lot of screws through there, all the way across, and then I'll find a way to fix it down as well. Because I've only put the brackets currently on the front of the table. So let's get onto that. Alright, I finally worked out what I'm going to do. Instead of putting the brackets underneath and fixing from underneath the table, I'm going to actually fix on top of it. So I'll do a detailed thing in a second with the camera, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'd had a look, and it's the best thing I could come up with just looking at it. So, well, the easiest way. It's maybe not the best, but it's the easiest way for me at this point. And I think it sort of adds to the the sort of randomness of this particular tabletop. So. Yeah, I'll grab it and we'll have a look. Alright, so this is what I was going to do. This is the front, and we did that one already. And this is around the back. That's that piece that I just assembled now. I was just going to put the brackets, well, that really, and just fix it through here. I only get one screw in there, but it doesn't matter. It's and I'll get two through the top there. And on the other side, it's a bit different. I probably should have cut the timber, but anyway, doesn't matter. It adds to the randomness of it all. There's this one here, and as you can see, this one here actually sits over this board a bit, so I'll need to use longer screws than the ones that came in the packet. But that'll fix right through to this leg. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. So here's the frame, all finished. So I'm just going to take this over someone's house today to install it. And there's the door, just separated. So have a quick look here, we can see the pieces that I just added in there. And I did it really loosely, so it sort of adds to the character of the door.